Okay, good job on your work yesterday. I was happy with that. And I'll take that as your first grade of this quarter. I'll have to have Shauna again get your grade on my grade book. It says now we're going to do story problems today. It's relating what you did yesterday to some real life. And I'll run through some story problems and I'll give you about a few to work on after you're done. Now you want to kind of follow the game plan here. Okay, you're ordering t-shirts from a catalog. The cost of shipping is $6. Each t-shirt costs $15. How many shirts did I order if the cost is $111? Now in algebra, what you want to do from a story problem is write an equation, but there's some steps you have to take to get the equation written down right. You're going to make a box right here. And in that box, you're going to put the 2 units that I have underlined, because those are the units we represent with variables. So you got dollars and you got t-shirts. Now one of these is going to be represented with X, the other is going to be represented with Y. Now, a couple key things, remember, and I'm going to write this sheet for you. There's a couple rules when you're identifying X and Y. And it's just one simple rule. X is always whatever is a measurement of time, and it can never be money. Okay, that's going to be our 2 basic rules. X is time, and it can never be money. So you don't really have a time unit, but you know X cannot be the money, so X is going to be our t-shirts, and Y is our dollars. Now after that, here's what you're going to do. You're going to make a table up here, okay? You're going to make an XY table. Or no, scratch that. You don't need to do that. Don't worry about that at this moment in time. Eventually you will make tables, but not today. Sorry about that. You're going to write the word per, P-E-R, and whatever the Y label is, you put on top of the word per, and whatever the X label is, you put on the bottom. So I'm going to write that on this sheet too. So it's per, it's the Y label on top, and the X label on bottom. Okay, now read that problem. Tell me what your dollars per t-shirt is. Every time you buy a t-shirt, how much does the cost change by? It changes by 15 because every time I buy a t-shirt it costs 15. So $15 is what's known as your slope. It's your rate of change. Now you're going to put an X on the 15 because you pay $15 times the number of t-shirts. So t-shirts is X. Okay, now you're going to come over here and you're going to make a line. This is a linear function. Okay. And in the middle of the line you put your 15X. Now, in front of that 15X, you're going to put a plus sign. Now, how much money did you have to pay before you paid for the t-shirts? You had to pay $6. So you write $6 here, and then put equals Y at the top. Because you paid $6 one time plus $15 times the shirts equals your cost, which is represented by the Y variable. Okay, so I write my equation. I write 6 plus 15X equals Y. You just simply write it as an equation. Now, you are solving for the t-shirts down here, so look up in your first box, okay? You're solving for the t-shirts. That means you have to find what X equals. That means you have to replace Y with a number, okay? And the number you have to replace your Y with is 111. So put 111 where the Y is at. So you got 6 plus 15X equals 111. Now, forget that it's a story problem and solve for the X. So I make my wall, And over here you got 6 and you got 15. Now 15 is multiplied by x, okay? So I know I don't plus or minus the 15, but between the 6, remember, we don't go with the 111, okay? We don't care about that. The 6 is what's being added to your 15 times x. So you do the opposite of add 6, which is minus 6. That takes us to 0, then minus 6. So I drop the equals, and you got 15 times x. 111 minus 6 is going to give you 105, and then you divide. Now remember, put the number with the x under the lines, the number with the x, 15. So I divide 105 by 15, that gives me my answer, which is 7, x equals 7. So you bought 7 t-shirts. Okay, next problem. The cost of the part to repair your bike was $105. The cost of labor was $25 per hour. How many hours did the repair work take if the cost was $180? Okay, so the units I have highlighted or underlined are dollars and hours. Now remember the rules for X and Y. X is time, it can never be dollars. Well, the time unit's hours, okay? So X would be that and Y would be money. So when I set up my per, Y label on top, so that's going to be money, and X label on bottom, hours. Now, how much money do we go by every hour? It's $25 per hour. So every time there's an hour, we go up by 25. So 25x, because it's 25 times how many hours. That's the expression for it. Okay, so I make the line, and I put 25x in the middle. Now before $25 per hour, you paid $105. So 105 goes here at the beginning, plus equals y. So we paid 105 plus 25x equals y. Okay, now we're solving for the hours. So hours is x, so that means we're solving for the x. We're finding what x equals. So that means I have to put a number in for the other letter, the y. So the y is equal to $180. So take your y out and put 180 in. So 105 plus 25x equals 180. Now at this point you forget about it being a story problem. You'd have your equation that you're going to solve for x out of. So make your wall. Two things are happening to x. Multiplied by 25, so don't add or subtract the 25. Then between the 105 and the circle's a plus, so the opposite of plus 105 is minus 105. Okay, so I drop my equals, and we have 25 times x, and over here 180 minus 105 is 75. Okay, then finally we divide. Remember to put the number under the lines that's with the x, 25, and that's always that way. So 75 divided by 25 is 3. So it took 3 hours. How many hours did it take if the cost was 180? It took 3 hours. Okay, next problem. A download service requires a $20 membership fee along with $1.99 per song downloaded. If the user has paid $65.77, how many songs have they downloaded? So you've got dollars and songs. Remember the rules for y and x. X is time, it can never be money. So I don't have a time word, but I know x can't be money. So x has to be songs, y has to be money. So per. So we got dollars per song. How much dollars do we pay every song? We pay $1.99, so that's your rate, that's your slope. Okay, it's a line because it goes up by $1.99 every time I buy a song. It's by the same amount, so $1.99x. It's like kind of a ladder everywhere. Every step's $1.99. I don't know how many steps there are. It's what I'm trying to figure out. So before the $1.99, we had to pay $20. So $20 equals Y. So my equation is going to be 20 plus $1.99 times X equals Y. Now we're finding how many songs we have. So I'm finding what I have to find myself what X equals. So then they better give me what Y equals. And they do, 65.77. That goes in for Y. So you got 20 plus 1.99x equals $65.77. Now I need to get the X by itself. There's two things happening. We got times $1.99, then outside we're adding 20. So the opposite of plus 20 is minus 20. Okay, 20 minus 20 is 0. Equals, over here you got 1.99x, and over here you subtract. 65.77 minus 20 is 45.77. After that, we divide. Okay, you divide by $1.99. Put the number with the X under your lines. Remember to do that. Now, when you're punching in your calculator, make sure you hit the decimal key right there. 0.77 divided by 1.99, and I got 23. So X is equal to 23. That means we bought 23 songs. Okay, an internet installation service charges $50 for installation. A user must pay $30 per month to have internet access. If a member has paid $320, how many months have they been a member? So the units I'm going to define with variables are dollars and months, and I always use X and Y for variables. Okay. Now remember the rules. X is time, and it can never be money. Well, I got a time unit here, months, and Y would be money then. So per. Dollars per month. Okay, how much does a month cost? That's what dollars per month means. If you buy 1 month, how much does it cost? It costs 30. So 30x. Okay, so you got 30x. Now, before you paid $30 per month, you paid a one-time money amount of $50. So 50 plus 30x equals Y. Okay, now I write my equation. Okay, now I have to find the months, so that means I have to solve for the X. And I have to now get the Y out and actually put a number in its place, and we're going to put $320 in for Y. So take your Y out and put 320. So 50 plus 30x equals 320. Here's the wall. Two things happening to X, multiply by 30, and there's a plus 50. So the opposite of plus 50 is minus 50. Okay, so I line up my equals, and I have 30 times X on this side. Now on the other side, we take 320 minus 70, and that's going to be 270. Then I divide both sides of the equation by the number with the X, 30. And I take 270 divided by 30. And that's 9. X equals 9. So 9 months. Okay, last one. I am currently bench pressing 300 pounds. I will be increasing my bench press by 5 pounds per week. How long will it take before I am bench pressing 350 pounds? So you got pounds and weeks. Okay, remember the rule for Y and X. X is time and it can never be money. So there's a time word in here. Weeks is time. Time is like weeks, days, hours, minutes, months, years. Okay. And Y would be pounds. So per. So it's Y label per X label. So the Y is pounds and then weeks. Pounds per week. Make the X label singular. How many pounds do I do every week? That'd be 5, okay? So 5x. So that is your slope of your line, 5x. Now before 5 pounds per week, we are doing 300 pounds. So 300 plus 5x equals y. Okay, so I write my equation. We have 300 plus 5x equals y. Okay, now I'm solving for the weeks. That means I'm finding again what x equals. So then I have to have a number I put in place of the y, and y equals 350. So we put equals 350. So 300 plus 5x equals 350. Then make your wall, dot and circle. So you got plus 300, so you minus 300. And 350 minus 300 is 50, so you got 5 times x equals 50. Now x is still multiplied by 5, so I go ahead and divide by 5. And then 50 divided by 5 gives me my answer, and that's going to be 10. So x equals 10, and that means it was 10 weeks. Okay.